Hello everyone, I am Atega Khayyam Kausar from GG Sharda Higher English School. Today we are going to study very important concept of physics. But before that, let me remind you a very famous incident of Newton and apple. Once the Newton was sitting under the apple tree, an apple from the tree is fallen on his head, which make Newton curious. He started observing his surrounding and found that the object throwing vertically upward is always coming back towards the ground. If I throw this pen vertically upward in air, it attains a certain height and come back towards the ground. But for moving an object according to the Newton's first law of motion, we required a force. Newton's first law states that the object remain at rest or continue its uniform motion in a straight line until and unless some external force applied on it. Suppose I kept that pen here, it will remain the same position until I lift that pen or I push that pen or pull that pen. But the object we are thrown in air by using our muscles force attain certain height and come back to the earth without any force. Why? What is the reason behind that? Which force is caused that motion? Newton studied the theories of different scientists like Kepler's planetary motion and found the very important concept, that is gravitation. Yes. Today we are going to study about the gravitation. What is mean by gravitation? Gravitation is a phenomenon, means it is a universal truth. We can already know it, we can feel it. It is a phenomenon, it is a concept of attraction of masses. It is a phenomenon of attraction of masses. Attraction of masses means any object which having the mass attract each other, but attraction is a kind of force. Like if I have a magnet and I place the iron pin here, that iron pin is attracted by that magnet, means that iron pin is pulled towards that magnet. That iron pin moves towards that magnet. That is the attraction of magnet, means that is the magnetic force. Now we know that force having both direction and magnitude, means the force is a vector quantity. We know the direction of that force, that the two objects like this pen and this pen attract each other, means they pull each other. We know the direction, they are attracting each other, means they move towards each other. But what about the magnitude? For magnitude, Newton proposed the law of gravitation. Newton's law of gravitation or Newton's universal law of gravitation states that every object in universe attract each other with definite force. Every object in universe, it doesn't matter, every object in universe attracts each other with definite force. It doesn't matter what is the size or mass of that object, from the tiny dust particle to the large earth or moon, they are attracting with each other with definite force, and that force is directly proportional to product of masses and inversely proportional to square of the distance between them. Now let the object A having the mass m1 and object B having the mass m2, and these two objects kept at a distance from their center D. Now Newton's law of gravitation states that the force is directly proportional to the product of their masses and inversely proportional to square of the distance between them. Let F be the force of gravitation. Let F be the gravitational force between these two objects. Now we can write the mathematical expression of Newton's law of gravitation. That mathematical state that the gravitational force is directly proportional to product of masses. Directly proportional to the product of masses means the multiplication of the masses of that object. Product means multiplication. So we can write as F is directly proportional to m1 and n2. And Newton's law states that it is inversely proportional to the square of the distance between them. The distance between these two objects from center is d. Hence, F is inversely proportional to the square of the distance between them, means 1 upon d square. What is mean by directly proportional? What is mean by inversely proportional? Directly proportional means if the product of masses increases, the value of force always increases. Means if the masses become larger, the force of attraction become larger. And what is mean by inversely proportional? Means the value of one term is decreases, the value of other term is also decreases. Means if the distance between the two objects start increasing, the force of attraction between them start decreasing. They are less attract to each other if the distance is increasing. When we combine these two equations, we get F is proportional to m1 m2 upon d square. Here we take a square of the distance which is inversely proportional. That's why the Newton's law of gravitation is also known as Newton's inverse square law of gravitation. Now, when we remove the proportionality sign, we must be multiplied by some constant to balance the equation. Let that constant is equals to capital G. That constant of proportionality is denoted by capital G. F is equals to capital G m1 m2 upon d square. This is the formula for gravitational force on the basis of Newton's law of gravitation. Here F is a force of gravitation, G is a proportionality constant, but G is a constant of proportionality. G is a constant of proportionality, which is also known as universal gravitation constant. Why it is called as universal gravitation? Because Newton's law of gravitation doesn't bound to the earth only. It is stated that every object in universe, means the value of G remains constant throughout the universe. It doesn't matter the value of G is same for everywhere. It doesn't matter where we taken the gravity of which planet. G is always remains constant. And what is the value of that constant? G is equals to 6.67 into 10 to the minus 11. Now everything have a specific unit in physics, otherwise it is just a number. If I am telling you my weight is 5, what? Yeah, today about 5. If I am not mention the unit, you don't understand which quantity I am talking about. If I am saying that I bought today 5 kg of potato, means I am talking about the mass of that potato. 5 liter of milk, I am talking about the volume of that milk. Here same, everything in physics have a definite unit. Here the unit of force is given the name of the scientist which discovered the equation of the force, Newton's. Newton's give the equation of the force, F is equals to ma. F is equals to ma, that is force is equals to mass into acceleration by the second law of motion. Hence the unit of force, SI unit of force, SI unit of that force is Newton, and CGS unit of that force is Dyne. Doesn't matter which type of force it is nuclear force, magnetic force or gravitational force. The unit of force is Newton, which is denoted by capital N. Here we have to find out the unit of G. By derive the formula for G, here we can write as G is equals to the term in numerator goes into the denominator, and the term in denominator goes into the multiplication. So we can write G is equals to F into D square divided by M1 and M2. Here the unit of force is Newton. D is a distance. Distance is always measured in a meter. Meter square. D has a square, means meter square, divide by M1 and M2 is a mass. Mass is always measured in a kg. Kg into kg is a kg square. Hence the unit of gravitational constant is Newton meter square per kg square. So how I write the unit of that G? Newton meter square per kg square. This is the unit of G. But as I say, if the every object in universe attract each other, so we can feel the motion of that object towards the earth, but we cannot feel the motion of the earth towards that object, because the gravitation force exerted by both the object. What is the reason behind that? The reason behind this is the masses. The larger the mass having object exert the more force on the other object. As I told you earlier, the example of apple and earth. As compared to the apple, the mass of the earth is very large. The size of the earth is very large. The mass of the earth is very large. Hence, we can feel the motion of apple towards the ground, towards the earth, because the gravitational force of attraction of the earth is very large as compared to apple. But apple at the same time exert the force of attraction on the earth, but we cannot feel the motion of earth towards the apple because the mass of the apple is very less as compared to the earth. We can understand this concept by next example. Understand that concept by this example. Mahindra and Virat sitting at a distance 1 meter from each other. Their masses are 75 kg and 80 kg respectively. What is the gravitational force between them? Whenever you solve the problem or numerical, always read the one sentence and write the given data. Here, the first sentence says that Mahindra and Virat sitting at a distance of 1 meter from each other, means the distance is given as 1 meter. Their masses are 75 kg and 80 kg respectively. Let mass of Mahindra denoted by M1, which is given as 75 kg, and mass of Virat denoted by M2, which is given as 80 kg. What is the gravitational force between them? You have to calculate the gravitational force. Let the gravitational force is F. What is the formula for gravitational force by Newton's law of gravitation? Yes, write down the formula. The formula is F is equals to G m1 m2 upon d square. Here g is a universal gravitational constant. Always remember the value of g. What is the value of g? The value of g is 6.67 into 10 to the power minus 11 Newton meter square per kg square. Now put the value in this formula. Therefore, F is equals to 6.67 into 10 to the power minus 11. Mass of the Mahindra is 75 kg into 75 and mass of the Virat is 80 kg into 80. Whole term is divided by the square of the distance, and distance is given as 1 meter, means 1 square. Now multiply all the terms and divided that by 1, we get the force as 4.002 into 10 to the power minus 7. And what is the unit of force? The unit of force is Newton. Here the gravitational force between Mahindra and Virat is 4.002 into 10 to the power minus 7 Newton. Minus 7 can be written as 0.7 times 0. 4002 Newton, which is very less. How we understand? Let us find out the force of attraction between the Mahindra and Earth. Now we can calculate the force of attraction between Mahindra and Earth. Now we can calculate the force of gravitation between Mahindra and Earth. Let the Mahindra is on the surface of Earth. The distance is always taken from the center. The center of Earth is the radius of Earth denoted by capital R, and the center of Mahindra is very less as compared to that distance. Hence the distance between Mahindra and Earth can be considered as a radius of the Earth. Let m1 be the mass of Earth, which having the value 6 into 10 to the power 24 kg, and mass of Mahindra is given in previous example is 70. Mass of Mahindra is given in previous example is 75 kg, and distance between Mahindra and Earth is R, that is the radius of Earth, which is 6 into 10 to the power 6 meter. Distance always measure in meter, or you can write the 6400 kilometer. 6 into 10 to the power 6 meter. G is a universal gravitational constant having the value 6.67 into 10 to the power minus 11 Newton meter square per kg square. Remember, all the unit must be in a same system. Kg, meter, Newton, these are in the SI system. Now, what is the gravitational force between Mahindra and Earth? That force can be written as by the Newton's law of gravitation. F is equals to G m1 m2 upon r square. Here is the distance, radius of the Earth. Now put the value. F is equals to 6.67 into 10 to the power minus 11. What is the mass of the Earth? It is 6 into 10 to the power 24 kg. And what is the mass of Mahindra? It is 75 kg into 75. The whole term is divided by the distance, which is the radius of the Earth, 6 into 10 to the power 6 meter. We have to take the square of the distance. 6 into 10 to the power 6 square, whole square. Now, by calculating all this term, we get the value of force of attraction between Mahendra and Earth, which is equals to 733. And what is the unit of force? The unit of that force is Newton. Now compare the gravitational force between Mahendra and Virat. The gravitational force between Mahendra and Virat is 4.002 into 10 to the power minus 7 Newton, which can be written as 0.0004002 Newton. And the force between Mahendra and Earth is 733 Newton, which is left. Of course, the force exerted by the Earth on Mahendra is larger than the force exerted between the Virat and Mahendra. Hence, we cannot feel the motion of other object due to the gravitation on the surface of Earth. Means that pen kept here, exert a gravitational force by me, exert the gravitational force by this object, exert the gravitational force by that board, and exert the gravitational force by Earth also. But if I left that pen, the pen immediately moved towards the ground. But that two pen doesn't attract each other, that board doesn't feel the attraction, because the gravitational force between these objects is very less as compared to the gravitational force exerted by the Earth. Hence, every object is moved towards the Earth. But is the gravitational force is same all over the Earth? What happens if I move from this point to this, or I move in a certain height in upward direction, or I goes in a downward direction? We will study the gravitational force at a different places, at a different planet in our next video. I hope this will help you. Thank you.